What's up, everybody? This is Read the Bible with me. I'm Stan Jr., and today we're looking at Mark chapter 2. Mark chapter 2, all right? So, before we start, just want to say click that subscribe button and try to become a patron. Those are all the people that take care of this show. You know, without you guys, I'm not able to put this stuff together, and so I'm really grateful for you all. And so, if you'd like to become a patron, you can click the link in my description. So it says, and when he returned to Capernaum, after some days, it was reported that he was at home, and many were gathered together so that they were no more room. There was no more room, not even at the door. And he was preaching the word to them. And they came, bringing to him a paralytic carried by 4 men. And when they could not get near him, because of the crowd, they removed the roof above him. And when they had made an opening, they let down the bed on which the paralytic lay. And when Jesus saw their faith, he said to the paralytic, Son, your sins are forgiven. Now some of the scribes were sitting there, questioning in their hearts, why does this man speak like that? He is blaspheming. Who can forgive sins but God alone? And immediately Jesus, perceiving in his heart that they, in his spirit, that they thus questioned within themselves, said to them, why do you question these things in your hearts? Which is easier, to say to the paralytic, your sins are forgiven, or to say, rise, take up your bed and walk? But that you may know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. He said to the paralytic, I say to you, rise, pick up your bed, and go home. And he rose and immediately picked up his bed and went out before them all, so that they were all amazed and glorified God, saying, we never saw anything like this. He went out again beside the sea, and all the crowd was coming to him, and he was teaching them. And as he passed by, he saw Levi, the son of Alphaeus, sitting at the tax booth. And he said to him, follow me. And he rose and followed him. And as he reclined at the table in his house, many tax collectors and sinners were reclining with Jesus and his disciples. For there were many who followed him. And the scribes of the Pharisees, when they saw that he was eating with sinners and tax collectors, said to his disciples, why does he eat with tax collectors and sinners? And when Jesus heard it, he said to them, those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick I came not to call the righteous, but sinners. Jesus came for sick people. Jesus came for people that don't think that they're righteous. People that know they need help, that know they need to grow, that know they're not perfect. That's who Jesus came for, the sinner. And so, if you go to church and you see a bunch of people that got a bunch of issues, church people are probably the worst people, because they know how bad they are, they know how fallen they are, and they know they need help. And someone that doesn't want to be around sick people, don't go to the hospital. And so the church, Jesus came for people that know they need him. He didn't come for people that think they got it together. He didn't come for people that think they're a good person, that think that there's not much that they need to change in their life, that they're doing good, they don't need him. He didn't come for you anyway. He came for those of us that know we need him. And so, verse 19, he says, now John's disciples and the Pharisees were fasting. And people came and said to him, why do John's disciples And the disciples of the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not fast. And Jesus said to them, Can the wedding guests fast while the bridegroom is with them? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. The days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and then they will fast in that day. So no one sews a piece of unshrunk cloth on an old garment. If he does, the path tears away from it, the new from the old, and a worse tear is made. And no one puts new wine into old wineskins. If he does, the wine will burst the skins. The wine is destroyed, and so are the skins, but new wine is for fresh wineskins. So there's a time for everything. And so one Sabbath, he was going through the grain fields, and as they made their way, his disciples began to pluck heads of grain, and the Pharisees were saying to him, Look, why are they doing what is not lawful on the Sabbath? And he said to them, Have you never read what David did when he was in need and was hungry, and he and those who were with him? How he entered the house of God in the time of Abiathar, the highest priest, and ate the bread of the priest, which is not lawful for any but the priest to eat, and also gave it to those who were with him? He said to them, The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. So the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath. So the Sabbath was made for man to worship, not for man to worship the Sabbath. The Sabbath was made to give man a day to worship his Creator, God. So many people say, should we worship on this day, this day? It's that you do it. Worship. It's not so much that it's a certain day or what to do. No. That's religious. But it's the fact that you take time out to think about God, pray to God, worship God, read about God, and hear a message that teaches you about God. That was chapter 2 of the book of Mark, where we are seeing Jesus live his life, learning about the life of Christ. So good. Well, if you haven't become a patron, I pray that you decide to do that, and it would help a lot. And you being a part of the team in that way helps me put these videos together, and so I'm grateful and thankful for that. And if you would like to subscribe, please click that subscribe button. I would appreciate that. And if you want, like I said, if you want to support, you got to click in the description box below this video. Now, until next time, well, the next time I see you, we'll be reading chapter 3 of the book of Mark, okay? God bless you. Peace.